Welcome to another exciting edition of Veritas Half Hour. Veritas Half Hour is our weekly television program where we discuss academic excellence and quality formation at Veritas University, Abuja. In this week's edition, we'll be talking to key management staff of Veritas University, Abuja, to take us through our academic programs between January and now. Please join us as we take you through. So we spoke with the Vice Chancellor of Veritas University, Abuja, Reverend Father Professor Hyacinth Choku. Father, thank you for spending your time for us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we spoke with you last around January or thereabout when you gave New Year message to the university community and staff and our parents and all that. We are back again. We want to find out between January and now what you consider the scorecard of the university, generally.
There have been a few developments between January and now. Okay. Basically, we were able to bring back some of our, students. The 100 level, 200 and 300 level students came back to campus and to complete their academic semester. They just finished exams and they're gone. And within that period as well, the fourth year, that is the 400 level students, were online. Okay. And they've completed their lectures online as well. And then so they are back to campus. They returned to campus yesterday to begin their own exam. Okay. So they will be here till the till the end of August thereabout, when they will complete all the other, they will complete the first semester exams, begin again immediately the second semester lectures, and then move on their experiments, their projects and all practicals and all that will take them up to August. Okay. And within that period also, they will be doing entrepreneurial they will be having entrepreneurial engagement with some of the firms we have already brought into the campus. We have engaged to put them through basic entrepreneurial skills, not how to begin business, how to manage business, how to get customers, how to secure fund and all that. So they'll be going through all those trainings as well, within this period. So it's going to be quite intensive for them. So that's what they'll be doing. So that's exactly what we've done between now. And then in terms of other developments in the university, we've had, of course, some infrastructural developments. We are working on the road from Block D to the boys' hostel. We want to tar that road, and the contractor is already working on it. So that's one. We are also constructing one from the girls' hostel across. We want to do a bridge across to access the other side of the campus. So we're going to do the dossier has already started work on it. So we want to work, complete that work. So that's exactly what has happened. Of course, the contractor working on you can see the girls' hostel, the new girls' hostel is getting roofed, and work is ongoing there. We are hoping that it will be completed before the end of June. Okay. Furthermore, the Faculty of Law is ongoing, and of course, it's getting roofed as well. So work is going there. We are also doing interlocking around the chapel end. We are doing interlocking around the chapel. And then also, in terms of educational development, we've been granted approval by NUC to begin the law faculty. Okay. So we now have full NUC approval, but we are not admitting students into it yet because we want to wait for the approval from the Nigerian Council of Legal Education. Okay. So we've met them a number of times. We've discussed with them. They will come for their own verification and approval. Okay. We don't want to run the risk of not getting our students, because if you admit without their own approval, the students will be stranded when they graduate. Okay. So we don't want to have that kind of situation where students will graduate You say you have NUC approval, fine. But if you can't go to law school, you are stranded.
It's definitely a problem.
So that's not what we want to wish our students. So those are some of the developments we've had during the period. We also, our water factory is also going trial. The NAFDAC people have taken specimens for trial, so they are working on it. We are hoping to get the result before the end of this month, or at least latest early next month. We want to begin the factory in full force, full force. So those are some of there might be other. In terms of admissions, we have also had, more admissions. In fact, we are having now almost 1,000 students, for first year admissions. So the number has, significantly improved, as against what 600 and something we had last year. So this year we're having almost 1,000. In fact, 970 or thereabout. So that's the number has increased. And, because of the increased number, we're also providing new hostels. We have had to build some new hostels between January and now,
Prof, yes. Are you, at the same time, I hope the university is thinking of how to attract quality teaching staff.
Yes.
To commensurate with the increase in the number of students being admitted.
Yes. Yeah, we really we've been, let me say, lucky in that respect, because since October, we have recruited a number of outstanding, outstanding scholars in their various fields. We have had at least Professor Kute, who the former Vice Chancellor of Kogi State University, who is a chemist by profession. In fact, the president of Nigerian Chemistry Association or something. So he's now with us in the chemistry department, and then we've also had Professor Chimalung, who just returned from. It's a very popular name, very well-known name in the literature, in the
Chimalung Wankwo.
He just came in from US. He wants to settle here finally. So we are having him, and he's attracting all the scholars around. We've hosted. He just hosted you can imagine the other day he hosted.
Yeah, the Association of Nigerian
Authors came here and just to welcome him. And we had a good time with them, and it was full of fun and recitation and all that. Yeah. So I think, and they are planning to do more. I think before the end of April, they have lined up a number of activities just for him. And there's also the one they call ALA or something. The literature people will know better. The International Association. They are also hoping to host him here, and then they are also. Is bringing in a lot of other scholars from US by the end of. They are preparing an activity. So you see, when you have one giant scholar, a big tree, it attracts a lot of other big trees around. So that's exactly what is happening. We have Professor Udebo, who just returned also from US, and is heading our Faculty of Humanities. So he's there, and then we are having a number of other. Scholars who are joining the university. We have also just interviewed, we've been interviewing some prominent, people who want to fit into the various departments, programs to beef up academic, activities and the status of some of those. Programs. So we're selecting quality people. We don't just employ people. We make sure that first of all, we make sure that they want to share our values, and then that they are also academically outstanding. People who can contribute and make contribution to the growth of the university. So we are very selective in the kind of people we get, academics we bring in. So we're getting there. We're getting there.
Prof,
of course, also that students regularly assess the staff in terms of their teaching quality, so that we know that these people are also delivering on quality. So
who do they, after the assessment, who do they report to?
Usually the Veritas University Online Educational Committee manages it, and then they report to Senate. They report to Senate in terms of the quality of academics, and then performance is measured, and those who are deserving of praise are praised, those who are deserving of reprimand or warning are given warning, and if you continuously fall short of your expectation, then at the time the university might say, well, we can't continue with you.
Prof, one of your visions is this program, Veritas Half Hour.
Yes.
Which is a weekly program.
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind, we want you to tell us what you consider the key values the university has derived from Veritas Half Hour as a weekly program.
Oh, well, first of all, initially we wanted to make university visible. That's exactly part of the major reason, the visibility of the university. So we hope that consistently and over time, people are hearing about Veritas through such media. They will be able to come to know, at least ask questions, where is this Veritas? And not only that, we are also putting signposts all over. We're spending quite a lot, even presence in the media. It's costing us quite a lot, but we need to pay a price to get visibility.
Right.
So the half hour is been very, very useful, because people from time to time call, to tell us, oh, they had it. In fact, some of my friends call me, that they see our activities. Sometimes there are some that interest them. Yeah. They call me and tell me, oh, so you offer this course. Oh, so you do this. Oh, like the other day you did entrepreneurship program skills. And people were calling and were asking, oh, so your students are able to do this? I said, yes. We don't just offer classroom teaching. We also offer students opportunity to develop their skills and their entrepreneurial skills. So those are. So I think that's why we want to continue with it. We want to continue with it. It helps us. People keep asking questions, and then generate interest. So that's exactly the reason. Visibility, basically.
Thank you. Father, this is the Easter season. Want you to talk to our viewers, talk to our parents, talk to our students, talk to the Veritas University community, wish them happy Easter.
Okay. Yeah, actually, it's been a pleasure. This semester has been challenging. It's been quite a challenging semester, having to work under the COVID conditions again, and we're coming to the end of this particular semester. Students having taken the exams, or some beginning their own now. I think it's Easter break affords us opportunity to sit back and relax more.
Unwind.
And then, move ahead. So we want to thank our parents who have supported us, sponsors of our students, who have been very, very supportive. That means we want to keep working together. And that's why our regular messages, messages to parents, is all in an attempt to make sure that parents, teachers, students are on the same page. So we want to thank our parents. It's not easy sponsoring students now. It's not easy supporting students in school. But parents realize that education is the currency of tomorrow. Right. And so they make sacrifices, and we want to appreciate their efforts. And we also want to urge our students not to let the sacrifices of these sponsors and parents go in vain. Right. They must have to give value to what the student to the sacrifices of their parents. So we want to thank our parents, sponsors, and even our proprietors for who have been guiding, and that our council, for example, that meet regularly to direct on matters of policy of the university, the bishops' conference that have been supporting us, even sponsoring students. Right. A number of dioceses are sponsoring students here, and we want to appreciate them sincerely for their contributions. We have, our founding fathers have a vision, and we are working towards realizing that vision. And so working together, we need all to work together, teachers, administration, council, appropriators, parents, students. We all have to work together to achieve that vision of for which this university was established. So that's exactly, we want to wish everyone a happy Easter, and hoping that tomorrow will be better, that the economy will improve, and that things will be better for everyone. Jesus' resurrection is always a time we look forward. It's a time of hope, telling us that what is dead tomorrow, what is dead today will rise tomorrow. That our hope is not all lost.
Thank you, Father. It's always a delight to talk to you.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Thanks so much also for all the work you're doing in the mass comm department and all the visibility you are giving the university.
Thank you, Father.
We want to appreciate you as well.
So we also spoke with the registrar of Veritas University, Abuja, Dr. Missy Stella Okonkwo. Madam, thank you for talking to us again.
You're welcome.
The last time we spoke with you was in January this year, and here we are. We would like you to tell us from January to now what you have achieved, your office now, in terms of academic programs for the school.
Thank you very much. It's with great joy and of course gratitude to God that we have already come successfully to the end of the first semester that started in October 2020. And within this semester, in January, on 30th of January, we had our convocation. It was a huge success. Our 2019-2020 graduates convocated, and it was a huge success. Then our admission is still ongoing. In January, I told you that we had started our admissions, which started in October. It's still ongoing. And as of today, we have over 900 students already on campus as freshmen.
900 as
over
freshmen?
900, yes.
As freshmen?
As freshmen.
And women?
In Veritas University. And it's still ongoing because the admission is still open. Because JAMB extended our close of admission till June, June this year. So we still left the admission open. Even though students are trickling in, they're trickling in. So it's still open. And of course, the admission will now end in Veritas anytime Senate decides. When they now fix a date for the matriculation, then we'll now end the admission for 2020. But as it is, we have just concluded the first semester examination. Our 200 level students and 300 students just finished their exams on the 20th of this month, that's March. Then the 100 level and the 400 are yet to have their own first semester examination. So invariably, we have ended our first semester for 2020-2021 in Veritas University. So, and we are really grateful to God for that. All these success stories are attributed to the dedication and commitment of our staff and students. Our students are focused, our students are dedicated, and they are hardworking. And our staff too, they are wonderful people. And with this dedication, you see, the university has been moving on so smoothly. And again, we also want to appreciate our parents who have been so responsible to their own duties. They pay their school fees, the school fees of their children that are students, and they also keep, for their upkeep in the university. Because when all these things are put in place, you can see the students become focused. Nothing distracts them. So it adds to the success story. And as it is now, because of the Easter that is approaching, and exams have, for now, the first semester is, as it were, ended, okay? The university is giving some Easter break to both students and staff. Okay. Yeah, which by 11th of April, we're all supposed to come back to begin a new semester. And the reason for this break, of course, as a faith-based university, is to enable staff and students to be part of the programs of the, the Holy Week.
Holy Week, okay.
It is in this Holy Week that we have the Triduum. Okay. The Monday, Thursday program, Good Friday, and the Holy Saturday. Okay, so it is expected that all of us in our various parishes should really participate actively in this. And we just want to thank God for all this. And because my prayer is that the risen Lord that we shall celebrate on the Easter, the message of Easter is all about peace, it is all about love. That this peace and love be found in our hearts, be found in our families, and in Nigeria as a whole. And at this point, I say a happy Easter to our staff, to our students, to our benefactors, to our benefactresses, to our friends, and all well-wishers to Veritas University. And we say that God will continue to bless everyone out there for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. You actually sound like there is no more work to be done. But let me ask, are there things that you thought you would have achieved between January and now, which you couldn't? And how do you intend to pursue them in terms of academics?
No, just one of them is just the matriculation.
Okay.
Because matriculation would have come up, in short, initially it was fixed for 6th of March. We are just having patience to start our law program.
Okay.
So we don't want to do matriculation outside the law students.
Okay. We
are just waiting patiently so that when we now admit students into the law program, we can now do our matriculation once and for all.
Please tell us more about this law program. Is it still coming up this year?
Very hopefully.
Okay.
Very hopefully. NUC team has come for resource verification for the law program.
The National Universities Commission.
Yes,
okay.
And eventually it's very, very successful. Okay. The result is with us. It is positive. But this program is not, they have a regulatory body, not just NUC. They also have their legal council, okay. What they call Council of Legal Education, sure. That also regulates the program. So you need the approval of both NUC and the Council of Legal Education. So now that we have the approval from NUC, we're still waiting for the Council of Legal Education to come approval for their own visits and approve the program before we can begin. And the danger in not waiting for them is, even if you decide to go ahead and admit students into the law program without their own consent, you end up having students that will finish from the law program in your university, but to go for law, to be called to bar or go to law school will be a problem. So we don't want Veritas to have that problem. We want to start on good footing, carry everyone along, so that when our students graduate, they won't have problem going to law school.
This year, we almost had another lockdown. Thankfully, it hasn't happened. We hope it doesn't happen. Do you think the school, Veritas University, is prepared in the event of another lockdown to face an uninterrupted academic program?
Yeah, thank you for this question. In 2020, the first lockdown, yeah, when people were taken unawares, Veritas was not taken unawares. As soon as the lockdown was announced, immediately Veritas moved online, okay, with their programs. Teaching, all academic programs went online. There was no interruption. So hopefully, and we pray it doesn't happen anyway, we pray that another lockdown doesn't happen. But assuming it happens, Veritas is very prepared because our ICT gadgets, all the electronic gadgets, all the preparations are in place. That if in event of another lockdown, we will not miss or lose one day. We will just transit online immediately because all preparations are already on ground.
Okay.
So Veritas will not lose even a day in our academic activities.
Okay. Now, you talked about what looked like staggered examination system. 200 and 300 they have had their exams. You are waiting to examine 100 and 400 level.
Yeah.
Is this as a result of trying to obey the COVID protocols?
Exactly.
That you are having exams, in staggered system?
Exactly. That's part of it.
Okay.
That's part of it because the directive from NUC and from federal government and the Minister of Education was that they wouldn't want us to bring our students to be crowded in the hostels. And you know that Veritas University, all our students are fully residential.
Okay.
So all of them, if we bring all of them in at the same time, we will be violating the guidelines and the protocols and directive of the federal government. So the University Senate now decided that to comply to that directive, that we allow our 400 level students to continue their lectures online, okay, while the 200 and 300 level students will be on campus so that we can spread them out in the hostels. And that's exactly what happened. So now that the second and third year students have rounded up their own exams, they are now fully on ground on campus. The final year students are now fully on ground on campus to do their revision and then take their own exam. Okay. Then in the case of the 100 level students, I told you that the admission started in October, and it's still ongoing, even as we speak now. Okay. It's just trickling in. So the university wants to carry everyone along, and they have sort of extended their own exam to come around May, so that at least all of them will be carried along. We would make sure we teach them well, we make sure that they are well equipped before they can now go into the exam. That's why we didn't want to make some have the exam now, and then later on you give exam to others. So we want to carry everybody along and make sure they are well tutored before they now go for the exam in May.
Okay, we thank you, Madam, for sparing your time for Veritas media team.
Yeah, thank you
We
very
wish
much.
you good luck in your work, and we also say happy Easter to you.
Thank you very much.
We've been talking with the University Registrar, Dr. Missy Stella Chizaba Okonkwo. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
We have come to the end of this week's edition of Veritas Half Hour. We thank you for investing your time with us. Keep watching Veritas Half Hour every week. I'm your regular host, Cyril Ole. Thank you for watching.